Hi, my name is Faith and I'm a gardener and homesteader here in North Florida in Zone 8B. And here on my channel you can find anything on gardening, homesteading, daily accounts of my life, outdoor adventures, and fresh farm-to-table food. So stick around and I hope you enjoy it. We are taking a break from working on the house today to finally have time to do something fun. We've been just working, getting ready to sell, and got kind of some of our last stuff done yesterday, so fun day, fun for the first time. Also, if you can't tell, it's warm, which feels so good. I'm so excited. Are you gonna dip your feet in the water? Well, friends, it is only March, not even March yet. It's still in February technically, till like tomorrow. And I've already had my wear sunscreen or you'll regret it moment and reminder for the year. So heading out to the garden because fortunately I have some aloe, but oh my gosh, it's freaking February and I just didn't think about it and forgot. Wear your sunscreen. I'm coming to get a little piece. Got some little pups growing out, which is cool, but I think I'm just gonna I don't need a lot. A little piece right there. Look at that. Fat. I'm gonna take that in, put that on myself. Wow. You know, there's everywhere. So I'm just out in the garden getting some kale and some carrots and some different things for kind of my lunch slash breakfast. And I thought I would do a test pull of some carrots just to see how they're looking, and oh my gosh, pulling carrots is the most fun ever. So I got some yellow ones, some orange, a white one. They'll look much prettier once they're washed off. Look how big that is. Just harvested this cabbage, which is like the size of my head. And I'm gonna give all the greens to my chickens. So I just peeled these off around the outside. Here, chick, 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 chick. Hi, chick, chick, kiss. Where's lady number 3? Oh, there we go. Hi. You're missing treats. Everything is looking so beautiful. Come on. Come on. Oh, you don't want to go inside, huh? All right, I'm leaving you. Hey you guys, so I just got back from a long work trip where I was out of town for work all week, where we worked like 14-hour days and ate out every day. So I could not have been more excited to come home to the garden and get some fresh produce. I made just like a little slaw where my phone died, but I just made like a kind of like an avocado dressing for it with avocados, some mustard and honey and some herbs, garlic. And yeah, it's pretty good. And then I also just made a smoothie, just trying to get as much nutrients in as I can, just because I feel like I haven't all week. It's also sunny, feels amazing. spring is here. So I'm going to eat this really quick and then update you guys on everything that's been going on, because it's been pretty busy around here lately. Okay, I had to move to the shade. So as most of you guys know, I'm in the process of selling my house. So while I was out of town at work this week, we put it up for sale, and we had ended up having like a ton of showings and interest in the house, and pretty much everyone who viewed it put an offer down, which was just so amazing and shocking. But there was a cute couple who wrote us a little letter, so I really liked them, and they gave us a really good offer. So we are currently under contract, so fingers crossed everything continues to go well. And then we'll be moving probably in about May if everything goes well. So so exciting and nerve-wracking. I am really attached to my house. I'm definitely a homebody, so not having a place of my own for a little while is kind of nerve-wracking, and I just have truly loved this house. So I'm excited to give it to somebody who I think will also truly love it and take care of it. So you never know when you're selling your house who will end up with it. So it seems like one of the girl who is buying the house with her boyfriend is actually a manager at a local nursery here, one that I actually really like and frequent a lot, and is really looking forward to having a garden of her own and all of that. So I am really excited to sell it to someone who will utilize and appreciate the garden and all the different types of plants that I've put here and all of that, because that's just more than I could have ever hoped for, honestly. So that is just really cool and exciting. So I feel like with her access to the nursery, she's gonna take what I've done here and just probably make it a million times better and have a million more plants than I could have ever dreamed or hoped for. So I'm really excited for them. I hope they really enjoy it and that it all works out and that they get it, because I'm super excited for them to get it. Just from what I read in their little letter and from what my realtor said. So that's really exciting. So anyways, now that I have gotten some food in me, went for a little run, caught you guys up, I want to show you guys how all the plants are looking. We have not finished getting the garden plot ready out at my parents' house yet. It has still got a little bit more that it needs to get done, which I'm thinking should be getting done. We'll be working on that and preparing the plot next weekend. So as of right now, I am just hardening off all my seedlings and making sure that everything will be good to go and are ready for getting planted next week. So that is kind of what I've been doing and working on. I also need to take down the trellises and get my trellises moved to the new garden plot, and then eventually move my chickens, which they have a little while before I have to move my chickens. So I don't want to put that on my parents before I move out there. So so yeah, let me show you. So can you believe all of these tomatoes? So typically I would thin my tomatoes, but I am really hoping to have more than I usually do. So I'm hoping to kind of split them up very gently when I go to plant them. So I'm hoping to do that and get these planted by next weekend so that they don't get any bigger while they're both in the same pot. I'm actually surprised that they're doing as well as they are with two, so that's kind of cool. Then I have all my basil popped up in front, some more tomatoes, all of my squashes and melons, some different herbs. I actually went and got this at the nursery yesterday. Look how gorgeous that dahlia is. I couldn't resist it. And then I got some anise hyssop and some bronze fennel. And here are all of my peppers and eggplants, which have just been doing so poorly. I really don't know what's going on with my peppers and eggplant. The eggplant and peppers that have been germinated and started all just look puny and not well. I've had a really hard time getting the peppers to germinate as well. I have sown several different times that have not germinated. I wish I had a seedling heat map, but I don't. So that has been really frustrating. I have a lot of peppers that I wanted to grow this year that I don't have any starts for, so I may try again today to sow some more inside. I don't know what's going on with the peppers and eggplants, but I'm hoping to get them hard enough to outside. Maybe it's a little bit warmer outside these days so that it can kind of really be full sun, and maybe that will help. I don't know. You'll also notice that I mentioned that I just bought some bronze fennel from the local nursery. I have some fennel out in my garden that I was thinking about transplanting, and it seems like everybody thought I should transplant it so that I can keep it and take it so I can have it for butterflies. But considering that I'm going to be selling this house to someone who is also a fellow gardener, and they probably, I just assume, I hope that they also really care for the pollinators too. So I kind of would just like to leave that here for them and maybe, you know, let them enjoy butterflies and have all that here as well. So I don't know, I'm still undecided, but I think I may leave it, and I have bought some more fennel to have for myself at the new place. So I don't know. I just feel like I'm just so excited that another gardener is going to be buying this property that I just want it to look lovely and for them to love it. So anyway, well, I don't necessarily know if she's a gardener, but fellow plant lover for sure. I also have these starts out here, like the very first ones that I did. So these were the first seedlings that I started, and they are getting where they are about to flower. So I really need to get this set in the ground as soon as possible, because they're just getting really big, but the space is just not ready yet, and we've had so much going on. So like that's about to flower too. So my main goals within the next week is to really get everything planted and ready at the new garden. However, everything is looking really good here in this garden. All of the kind of colder weather things and stuff that I had planted here, I actually don't know where I would have put any of these new plants had I kept everything here. So I'm kind of glad I have this new space. So look at all the potatoes that I planted. All the broccoli is flowering. The Romanesco. Kohlrabi's starting to get bigger. The carrots, the rutabagas are starting to get bigger. This nasturtium's taking over the whole corner here. It's pretty cool. Have some spinach popping up that I had sown. And all the little lettuces are really doing well around here on the back. So I kind of need to thin these out, but I was hoping to thin some out and take them to the new gardens place. So I may thin these out next weekend and just let them stay a little bit longer before I thin them. And yeah, everything is looking so pretty. These onions are getting, these greens, just massive. Some bolting bok choy, but the bees will love it. So just leave that there. All the herbs. The aloe is flowering, or about to flower. So that's really pretty. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Everything is looking so beautiful. Alright, you guys, it's time to take the garden trellises down, which makes me a little sad because I put them up a year ago about this time. So almost a full year now that they've been up, and I have absolutely loved them. I could not recommend anything to add to a small garden space more than the trellises, because they expand the garden space so much, and I have absolutely just loved them. So they will be going back up soon in the new garden space next week. So it'll just look weird for a little while and not having them here, but the new garden space will be lovely, and this one will still be lovely. It'll just be a little change. have to do the ones around the garden shed, but I got all of this, and I've just been building a little pile. Doesn't that look so strange? Wow, can't believe it. Trellises are down. I managed to get it rolled up. Got everything piled up so it'll be easy to move and transport. Yeah, looking good. Just need to water everything. So that is gonna be it for me today, you guys. I need to go take a break and get out of the sun, maybe put on some sunscreen like a smart Florida gal, because I have been making bad habits with that lately and not putting it on. I just need to get readjusted and back into that routine of wearing sunscreen. And yeah, next week I will be getting the new garden space ready most likely, and I'm so excited and to show you guys that and just about that whole new process, because it'll be a learning experience for me as well. And yeah, I will see you all so soon. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Bye, you guys.